Namaste. Pee-wee Sanchez here with you, and today we're going to be talking about headaches, why you get them, and how to make sure that you never need headache medication ever again in your life. So I'm going to share with you some beautiful practices of Himalayan Kriya Yoga that removes headache in 15 minutes or less. And it doesn't matter what kind of headache you have, it's gonna go away. And if it does, we'd really like to hear from you in the comments. All right, and my cats are gonna help me to share with you this knowledge. So this is Dharma and Shanti, and they're quite energetic. Okay, so let's go first to number one, why you get a headache, and number two, a practice that can help you make sure that you don't need headache medication ever again in your life. In the first place, headache medication really doesn't solve the problem of headaches. It only removes the symptoms, but the cause is still there. So let's learn how to sort your headache from the cause. And I have this little cheat sheet with me because there's so much juicy information that I want to share with you, and I don't want to forget any of it. Okay, now the causes of headache. There are 5 different causes of headache, and they are divided into physical reasons, mental reasons, energy reasons, hormonal reasons, and then if you talk about what pain really is and into the energy body, then there are a few more reasons of why you get headaches. Okay, so let's look at the body first. And basically, we get headaches from a physical perspective because there's lack of circulation in your brain. So what kind of circulation are we talking about? Physically, that's twofold. One is that the blood vessels in your head have some sort of constriction, and that's a physical reason due to neck tightness, improper posture, and improper breathing. So because of this, blood oxygen can't get in your head and CO2 can't get out of your head. So that's one. The second kind of circulation we're talking about is cerebrospinal fluid. And cerebrospinal fluid is that liquid that bathes. Your brain is floating in it and your spine is bathed in it. And when you are able to circulate through movement cerebrospinal fluid, it helps bathe your brain in nutrients which your brain needs to function properly. So that's from the physical perspective. Then we have the mind. Okay? So we're talking about when you think too much, then your brain gets a headache. Okay? Okay. I need to backtrack a little, and we're going to talk about the physical reason why we have a lack of circulation in your brain. Okay, when you don't have enough oxygen in your brain, there is a condition called oxidative stress that happens. And one of the symptoms of oxidative stress, meaning you're not getting enough oxygen in your body, is headaches. What a surprise. Okay, and so breathing properly is really important. I'd just like to tell you that on our website, which is himalayan-kriya-yoga.com, we have a free tutorial on breathing practices from Himalayan Kriya Yoga. It's completely free. You don't have to pay anything. You just need to log on to that, and it'll teach you how to breathe in the Kriya way. And this will immensely help the level of oxygen in your body. Okay? Also, later on, I'm going to share you a YouTube video on breath techniques that can correct your posture. So that's coming later, but they won't be tackled in this particular video. Okay? But what will be tackled in this video is the impact of tight neck muscles on cutting off the circulation of cerebrospinal fluid and blood circulation into your brain. So when your neck muscles are tight, and usually it's because we're looking at our phone all the time, you end up looking like this. And the back of your neck gets super duper tight. And that cuts off circulation of cerebrospinal fluid and blood into your brain. And these muscles get super tight. The trapezius, the scalenes, sternocleidomastoid get super tight, and you end up having a hump in your back and your chin is pulled forward. Okay? Now, from a physical perspective, we can release this very easily by releasing these muscles. And I'm going to show you one of these movements. Now, you can cross your arms and push into your trapezius. This is the one that gets tight because we're always doing this all the time when we breathe, when we're stressed. And I'll talk about that in a while, but I want you to push down on your trapezius muscle. It's like that big muscle here on the side of your shoulder. So push down on it and then circle your neck like this. Okay, so you're circling your neck and just breathing normally. All right. So pushing down, let's do it 5 times one way and 5 times the other way. So inhale as your chin comes up and exhale as your chin comes down. Make really tiny circles. Don't make the circles too big because you might end up twinging your neck. Just a small and gentle. You can feel the trapezius moving. And I can feel Dharma playing with my ponytail. Okay, let's go the other way 5 times. Inhale, chin up. Keep pushing into your trapezius really hard. And if it hurts, just be a warrior and keep pushing. Because what that is it's a tight muscle. Okay, press in, press in, press in. One more circle. And then just push and swipe. Now check your neck. How did that affect you? Should feel a little bit more space in your neck. Because when these muscles tighten, they compress your vertebra against each other. And when you loosen them up, you have more space. Okay? What is the reason why your neck is tightening in the first place? Stress and fear is a big factor. So we have what's called the limbic system in the center of your brain. And in the limbic system, there's a part of your brain called the amygdala. And your amygdala records fear response. It's the one that decides what are the things that you should be fearing. And what happens is that the amygdala records raises in heart rate and you know, incidents when cortisol and adrenaline flood your system and decides that that particular item in the environment should be feared. Whether it's your electric bill, whether it's your boss, your mother-in-law, the neighbor, or Jurassic Park, okay? Because the limbic system does not think, it feels. And therefore, every time it measures these stress responses happening in the body, they're going to measure that, they're going to record that stimulus in your environment, like the fire truck running down the street, as something to fear. And every time that stimulus is in the environment, what happens is the back of your neck tightens. So you might notice that there are some things that happen to you that make the back of your neck tighten. Why does the back of your neck tighten? Because your amygdala has registered that as a fear. And what we want to do now is learn a technique to release the back of the neck. Okay, I'm going to show you 2 Kriya techniques for that. And one that's really important is addressing the area where your neck and skull meet, because that's connected to your amygdala. So where your neck and skull meet, you're going to press in, push really hard, and then you're going to swipe. So I'm going to face side. So you're going to push in, then you're going to lift up a little bit, and you're just going to keep swiping back with pressure until you're now in the back of your neck, and you just push in as hard as you can and then release like this. Okay, so where you're behind your jaw, that's where you start. Another way to do it is to take your fists and push in right behind the jaw. And remember, breathe deeply we're using something called Ujjayi breath. So you just push in and lift up and do some Ujjayi breaths. And then you swipe backwards. And when you swipe back, you're just pushing into your neck and skull and also lifting at the same time. And again, when your fists are right next to each other, you swipe. And what you're going to feel is a rush of circulation into your brain, which indicates that now you have more circulation in your brain. And the reason why you had the headache in the first place potentially is because you did not have enough circulation in the brain. See how it works? There's another thing we can do, which is tapping the area. So again, where your neck meets your skull, you take your fists and you tap on the area. And at the same time, you're doing your Ujjayi breath or Kali Mudra. So if you don't know what Ujjayi breath and Kali Mudra is, go to our website. Okay, so www.himalayan-kriya-yoga.com, and there is a free tutorial on both Kali Mudra, which is a mudra using your face, and Ujjayi breath, which is really important. I'm going to use them today so you'll see them. But if you want a better tutorial on how to do them exactly, please visit our website. So we're tapping on the back of the head and we're doing Ujjayi breath. Tongue is on the roof and eyes are in the midbrain because we want to communicate with our amygdala in order to deprogram it from all the fear programming that we had subconsciously put there. Okay, and once that fear programming isn't there anymore, then actually the back of your neck won't tighten so much or at all, and the headache will go away. Okay, so talking about the brain more, there's another reason why we get headaches, and that's because there's a variance in stimulation constantly between the left and right hemispheres of your brain. So the left hemisphere of your brain is actually wired to the right side of your body. This is in yoga science, but it's also in modern neuroscience. The right side of your brain is wired to the left side of your body. And between the right and left hemispheres of the brain is a region called the central tegmentum area. Right? Did I get that right? Yes. Central tegmentum area. And when you concentrate on the central tegmentum area and you stimulate both right and left hemispheres in turn, then what happens is it equalizes your brain, and this is called brain coherence. And when you stimulate right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, brain coherence happens and a state called neural synchrony is now present, which means that one side of your nervous system is not dominant. So the left side of your brain is linked to the right side of your body. And in yoga anatomy, we call this the Pingala Nadi or the sun channel. And it is wired to your sympathetic nervous system or fight or flight response. The left side of your body is wired to the right side of your brain. And we call this in yoga anatomy your Ida Nadi or moon channel. And it is linked to your parasympathetic nervous system. Now, if you use the sympathetic nervous system too much, you have an imbalance in brain. Or the parasympathetic nervous system too much, you have an imbalance in your brain. What we want is to have them equally balanced and functional. And so, a great way actually to access the right and left hemispheres is through the ears. We have so many nerve endings going to the ears from both the right and the left side of the brain. So one great way to do it is to pull your ears. So where my thumb is at the notch where it fits. The rest of my fingers are behind the ear, and I'm going to pull the ears, and I'm going to put my tongue on the roof of the mouth and the eyes in the midbrain, into the central tegmentum area between right and left hemispheres. And I'm actually going to go up and down with Ujjayi breath like this. And when I do my inhale, I'm going to visualize that the inhale is coming through the top of the head like I'm a whale, and it's going through both hemispheres. And when I exhale, I'm exhaling from the base of the spine and coming up. So you're going to pull your ears, and we're going to do this 10 times, okay? So inhale up, exhale down. Then I want you to just sit tall and clasp your hands together so that you can fire both sides of your brain by firing both sides of your body. Keep your tongue in the roof. Keep your eyes in the midbrain. Imagine you're still breathing through the center of your brain. I want you to notice the space that now is available between the right and left hemispheres. I want you to breathe into it. Notice how your brain feels. Okay, later on we'll do that more intensely, and it's gonna be, the effect will be more noticeable. Okay, so now that you know how to do it, we're gonna do a similar Kriya later. So aside from imbalance between your right and left hemispheres, we also have imbalance of hormones secreted by your pineal gland, pituitary gland, and brainstem. So these hormones help us feel good. They help regulate our sleeping and waking hours, and they give us pleasure. And if they're not firing correctly, you don't feel good. You have the inability to feel pleasure. You can't get enough sleep, and you can't wake up at the right time. And all of these things will give you a headache. So we have certain beautiful kriyas that help to stimulate and regulate the hormonal secretions in your brain. So I'll save that for our practice, which is going to happen very, very soon. So again, I'm about to show you a 15-minute practice that is going to sort your headaches for good. And one of the things we're going to do in that practice is balance hormonal secretion in the pineal, pituitary, and brainstem. And the hormones we're talking about here are dopamine, which makes you happy, endorphin, which makes you feel pleasure, serotonin, which keeps you alert when you need to, and melatonin, which makes you sleep when you need to. I know a lot of you are artificially taking that, but really you don't have to. When your brain chemicals are balanced, you don't need all these sleeping pills and all these coffee shots either. Okay, so it's gonna save you money, because working on your brain now is free. I'm sharing it to you for free. And there's a lot more free goodies on our website. Again, www.himalayan-kriya-yoga.com. Okay, finally, we have the idea of pain. What is pain in the first place? If you look at it energetically, and in Ayurveda, the sister science of yoga, you know, they talk about ama. And what is ama? Ama is stagnant energy that's not flowing, that's pooling in your body, stagnating and causing decay. So pain is where your energy isn't flowing. So it's really important through breathing practice and through the kriyas to keep the energy body flowing smoothly, and so that you don't get any symptoms of stagnation, one of them being headache. Okay, and again, this needs proper breathing. So if you want to learn the basic breath techniques of Himalayan Kriya Yoga, it's all there and all free in our website. Okay, so now let's go to our practice. Okay, so again, this is a 15-minute practice that's gonna sort your headache for good. Okay, are you ready? So let's begin now with our Kriya session for headache. So just to remind you that the tutorial on Ujjayi breath and Kali Mudra, that's free on our website. So all you need to do is log in and you will learn how to do this for free. And you will learn the basic requirements of Himalayan Kriya Yoga and what it is. Okay, so I'm not going to go through that anymore. I'm going to assume either you know it already or you're going to find out. All right. Sit comfortably in any way that you can, but keep your back straight. So feel free to stand up even or use a chair. So the first thing we're going to do is some neck releases. So you're going to take your palms and you're going to pressurize on the side of your neck. And you're going to lace your hands behind you and you're going to squeeze into your neck with your palms and press your head against your fingers. As you do this, push against your neck, put your elbows under your chin, and lift one elbow up and then the other. So keeping the elbows under the chin, we're lifting one elbow up, then the other. Ujjayi breath, please. Tongue on the roof, eyes in the midbrain. Ujjayi breath. We're going to do this for the next 20 seconds. So I'm going to count you down. Remember, try to lift up the side of the chin so your neck is doing a side bend. Keep squeezing the sides of your neck. 10, 9, keep the head straight. 8, so try not to let the chin go forward. That's why you need to push your neck against your hands. 7, lift your chest. 6, elbows are coming up. Let's lift up higher. 5, lift the elbows up, 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 up. 4, lifting, lifting, lifting. 3, elbows are up, chin is up, supporting the neck from behind. 2, and now breathe in. Kali Mudra. All right, now check your neck and see how it feels. Take your head from side to side. Now let's do some tapping. So you're going to tap on the back of the neck, drop your chin, Ujjayi breath. Tongue on the roof, eyes on the midbrain, tap where your neck and skull meet. And if you want to, you can actually go into a child's pose and do this from a child's pose. And if your neck is not feeling good because your head isn't on the floor, take a cushion and just rest your neck on it. Ujjayi breath. Tongue on the roof, eyes in the midbrain. Keep going. We're going to count you down. 20 seconds. 20. 19. Think about the last time you were afraid. And if you feel you want to throw the fear from your body, Kali Mudra. Exhale from any part of your body that has the feeling of fear in it. So keep going. 20. 19, 18, some of you might be comfortable more like this. 17, Ujjayi breath, keep going. 16, 15, continue. 14, 13, deep breaths, more breath than you think you need. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and drop your hands. Shake your head, roll your shoulders back, and just observe how you feel. Notice the pressure released from the back of your neck. Now, one last thing to release tight neck muscles and to traction the vertebra of your spine, to increase the amount of cerebrospinal fluid and allow it to circulate nicely and to give relief to your blood vessels. You're going to take your thumbs and you're just going to, behind the jaw, behind the ear, you're going to feel a soft notch. And you're just going to press into there and take the rest of your fingers and press them into the back of your head. So you're right where the neck and the skull meet, not on your neck. Find where your neck and skull meets and go into the soft bit. Push the back of your neck with the rest of your fingers and lift up, 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 up. Squeeze inwards, 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 inwards. Now push the back of your head and press and lift your chin. Take a deep breath in, then exhale. Now take your fists and do it again. Squeeze, push in, push into your neck, and then lift your head up and press back, and press back, and press back, keeping the pressure even. Keep lifting, lifting, lifting the head. Breathe in now. Knuckles are next to each other. Lift, press in. All right, check to see how your neck feels. It's a beautiful way to increase circulation in the neck. So the next thing we're going to do now, okay, is we're going to improve circulation in the head. So you're going to take your fingers and you're just going to rub the back of your head. So what am I doing? My hands are here. Okay, my thumb is just behind the ears. My palms are here on the sides and my fingers are in the middle. I'm just going to rub like I'm shampooing my hair. But I need to breathe while I do this, so I'm going to do Ujjayi breath again. Continue rubbing. Continue with your Ujjayi breath. We're increasing blood flow in the brain and also increasing prana in the brain. You're rubbing the back of your head, back of the ears, maybe even the neck area itself. So keep rubbing. I'm going to count you down. Breathe more. Okay, breathe more. Ujjayi breath. 20, 19, keep rubbing. 18, 17, 16, 15. We're increasing the flow of prana, oxygen, cerebrospinal fluid. 10, more breath. 9, keep going. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now tap the temples. Kali Mudra. Exhale the heaviness from your head. 10 times. If you don't want to tap because it hurts, just rub. Keep going. All right, release. Now check, close your eyes. Breathe into all the beautiful spaces in your brain that have opened up. And again, if these practices work for you, please write in the comments. If it didn't work, please write in the comments because I'm going to answer your questions, okay? Okay. If you want more information, don't forget to log on to our website. There's a lot more free material there. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to press and lift the temples up with the hands. So you're going to press into the temples and you're going to lift up. So you're lifting your head up. You're pushing in, lifting up. And lift your chin, rub the temples a little. Or just push and lift up. Okay? For 5, push and lift up. 4, breathing, breathing, breathing. 3, 2, and release. I want you to close your eyes and check to see the effect of this beautiful Kriya. So quick, we only did 5 seconds. Look at the result. Okay, for brain coherence now, we're gonna tap alternately in a synchronized manner on the right and left hemisphere of your brain to get them to fire in a synchronized manner. At the same time, you can go slow or fast. Tongue on the roof, eyes in the midbrain into the central tegmentum area between the right and left hemisphere of the brain. Put your Ujjayi breath there. Go. Keep going, tongue on the roof, eyes in the midbrain. Why do we keep our tongue on the roof? To stimulate your brain stem. Okay, I'm just going to count you down from 10 to 1. Keep going. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, keep tapping. Make sure it's synchronized. If you're having trouble synchronizing, get someone with rhythm to do it for you. That works too. You can help a friend. 5, 4, Ujjayi breath, tongue on the roof. 3, 2, okay, stop. Check. See what happened. Breathe into all the spaces you created. One more important thing to synchronize is your heart with your brain. There's a part of your brain that synchronizes heartbeat. When heartbeat is not synchronized, you have lack of circulation in the body in general. It's another reason why we have headaches. So instead of just dealing with the head as if it were all the problem, let's synchronize now the head and the heart. And I want you to have your mouth open. We're going to do Kali Mudra for this one. Synchronize the tapping. So not asynchronized. Synchronize. They tap at the same time. 10 seconds. Let's go. 10. Keep going with your Kali Mudra or Ujjayi breath. 9, 8, 7, 6. Synchronize. 5. Breathe more. More deeply. 4, 3, 2, and stop. Now just inhale. And feel the connection between your heart and your head. Okay, if you're suffering from something called arrhythmia, which is your heartbeat does not have a regular beat, this really helps. If you do this every day, it's going to help you. Okay. So, again, why does our head ache? Because we think too much. Wouldn't it be awesome if we didn't think so much? What if I told you in 20 to 30 seconds, I can erase your thoughts? Let's try it. Okay, so this is a Kriya to erase your thoughts. Take your left palm, and with the soft bit here, you're going to press your nose tip down. While you press your nose tip down, you're going to kind of swirl it a little. Okay? So this swirling the tip of your nose. The other hand is on the temple region. And again, you're swirling. And while you're doing that, looks like this. Once again, Ujjayi breath, tongue on the roof. I want you to think of a line of light coming in from the tip of your nose into your brain. And just like laser beam the center of your brain with that line of light. Are you ready? Let's try it. Okay, I want you to continue. Continue doing it. I'm going to count you down. 20 seconds. Here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14. Keep going. 13. Keep going. 5, 4, 3, 2, stop. Close your eyes. What happened? Let's do a neck release again by lacing your fingers and squeezing the back of your neck with you're lacing your fingers and you're pushing the back of your neck against your fingers and pressing your fingers into it. Squeezing the sides of your neck with your palms, elbows in. Lifting one side of the jaw, then the other. Deep Ujjayi breaths. 5, 4. We have 2 more Kriyas left and we're done. 3, 2. Last one. And slowly release. And now, the next thing we're going to do is take our thumbs on temples, fingers back, and you're going to press into your temples, squeeze into your neck, lift your chest, lift your head up, Ujjayi breath, and we're going to circulate cerebrospinal fluid by exhaling as we twist. Inhale, up the center, exhale as we twist. So sit in any way, and sometimes we can kneel down also. So we can do it kneeling down, and we're just gonna go. Feel free to stand up if your knees hurt. You can sit on a chair and do the same thing. Don't forget to pressurize your head and lift it up. Ujjayi breath, tongue on the roof. 10, exhale, 9, 8, 7, Ujjayi breath. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and stop. All right, now we're gonna pull our ears like we did before. Go up and down 10 times. You can do this standing up. Release. And now grab your ears and put your knuckles on your temples, and we're gonna wiggle and pull the ears at the same time. Tongue on the roof, Ujjayi breath. Five, 4, 3, 2, and just swipe down. Now, for our last Kriya, we're going to regulate the hormonal secretions in pituitary, pineal, and the brainstem. So we're going to use a mudra called Suchi Grastamba Mudra. You're going to grab your fingers together like this, index finger free, little finger and thumb on the top of your head. And you're just going to breathe up through your spine into your index finger. So imagine your breath is going up, inhaling, and there's a light bulb here that's turning on. And you're going to exhale any darkness out through your mouth in Kali Mudra, any stagnation that you're feeling in your head still. Otherwise, keep your tongue on the roof, Ujjayi breath. Let's do 20 rapid Ujjayi breaths. Let's go. And swipe down the body, releasing, and just clasping your hands together. Observe how you feel now. So please let me know how that went for you. And again, if you want more information about Himalayan Kriya Yoga, what it is, where it's from, there's even a little story about how I found Himalayan Kriya Yoga you might find interesting. Lots of free material. The site is donation-based. So we just want to spread Kriya to the world, and your donations are much appreciated in advance. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please, please, write to us and let us know how it went for you. My name is Piwi Sanchez, and I'd like to leave you by saying thank you and happy practicing.